Hi everyone, this is Tom. In this video, I'll show you an extended demo of my customer support chat application that uses the latest Angular for my front-end UI, paired with an ASP.NET Core backend. And for real-time chat notifications, this continues to leverage WebSockets and Azure Web PubSub, which I have deployed in Azure. I decided to implement my customer chat UI using the latest version of Angular, just to use a different technology. Given this is a single-page application, there are no surprises as far as getting this to work. Subscribing to notifications and calling a web service is done in TypeScript. Angular has a slightly different approach and pattern to how to build an SPA when compared to React, Solid.js, Blazor, or ASP.NET MVC technologies. I've used all of them. Each has a unique way of handling data in reactivity. I think Angular has a nice and unique style that is great for maintainability, especially when an application gets large and complex. This is the Angular frontend, made up of two components. One subscribes to Azure Web PubSub notifications to get messages, keeps track of them, and shows them. Below is another component that sends a message to the backend for further handling and broadcasting. To make it a little more exciting, I'll use my Blazor UI from my previous demo to show the messages are actually flowing through Azure back and forth. I'll use Tom as a name for my first fictional customer and send the message. My Angular UI gets that notification and shows it. Now I'll send a message back using my Angular UI. That message is sent via my backend, which publishes that message to Azure Web PubSub and then notifies all subscribed clients. And we see both applications receive that message. I create a new customer app instance for John. I send a message and you see that my Angular UI received it. That's because in my Angular implementation, I subscribe to all customer messages. No other reason, just for the demo to be a little bit simpler. But my Angular version can send to anyone. I'll send a message to Tom and we can see his UI instance received it. So now I'll send a message to John. And we see in John's UI received that message. I'll instantiate a customer representative UI instance. I have another longer video that explains this UI in more detail. Bob joins Tom chat, and based on my implementation, Bob sees all of Tom's message history. For my Angular UI, Tom sends a message, and we see that Bob's UI also gets it. My current Angular version is only subscribed to customer messages, so it wouldn't receive anything from Bob. This was a choice to simplify the demo. Let's quickly look at this Angular project. Here's the main app component, which consists of my PubSub and customer chat components. The app module declares my two components. The PubSub HTML template is a placeholder for all messages that the component will receive. Here's the component implementation that will contain all the messages and has code to subscribe to notifications using WebSocket. I make a call to my web service for authorization and construction of the full web PubSub URL with a token. The WebSocket can then use it to subscribe to notifications. When a message event occurs, this code just appends that message to my array, and Angular handles the UI updates. And with very little coding, you have a nicely functioning app. My customer chat HTML component template consists of some boring HTML for inputs and a button with some Angular syntax. The actual component in TypeScript is a little more interesting. It just contains properties that end up being sent to my web server to post a message. The rest is handled in the backend. My backend project is created using ASP.NET Core. For my demo, I just have one controller which helps me construct the notification link with the token. I use my other ASP.NET Core Web API instance to send the message since it's already implemented, deployed, running, and integrated with my Blazor and WinUI apps. I hope you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching.